Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Brandon T. Jones, filling in for Laura today. We do want to go ahead and get right on out to the Outdoor Weather Center because that's where meteorologist Thomas Patrick is standing by. Thomas, you've been busy over these last few minutes, and it's because you've been tracking some activity in terms of rain, lightning, and thunder.
Yeah, Brandon, in the last couple minutes, the thunderstorms have really started to explode over northern Washington. In fact, we just got a flash flood warning for the Swalwilla Fire burn scar in southern Ferry County. That particular storm right here has just been sitting there for the last 30 to 60 minutes. Because of the heavy rain, specifically in that area, flash flooding and even debris flows and mudslides would be likely over the high terrain area. Now, luckily, this is going to be in between a lot of the area's cities. So the flash flood warning, which is for this corner of Ferry County, not affecting any of the cities directly, just the high terrain mountain areas. So just avoid that area, especially if there are any crossroads that go in between there. But you see at least one such thunderstorm in that part of the county that would be heading towards Inchelium, and this is the first storm that just went out of Nespelem from the last couple hours. Meanwhile, Grant County, this thunderstorm is really picking up steam. Look at all the lightning strikes associated with this. This just passed through Cooley City, starting to propagate a bit southward. So in Moses Lake, you're going to start to hear the rumbling of thunder within the next few minutes here. If it does hold its steam, would actually arrive within the hour. That is one such city that is going to be affected by this storm. If it wants to go any farther to the east, would start getting closer towards Odessa, but we're going to track that via Doppler radar. Meanwhile, here in Spokane, mostly cloudy above my head, maybe just a little bit of some sprinkles near the Cheney area, but no storms just yet. We have to keep an eye on all those storms to the north and to the west of us to see if they are going to arrive and hold their strength by the time they arrive. So coming up, I'm going to show you how much longer these thunderstorms are going to be active, as well as any of the flooding or severe weather risks that are going to come with it. A lot of cover, so you want to stay tuned here on the KREM 2 News at noon.
All right, Thomas, we'll check back with you in just a few moments now. Turning to a story we've been tracking, though. A 6-year-old boy is still in a hospital today after getting hit by a driver accused of being under the influence on Tuesday night. The driver is 69-year-old John Lassie. He allegedly hit a parked car in a driveway, and after that, a child who was on the sidewalk. Then he slammed into a house near Calvin Road and Wellesley Avenue. The child was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. As for Lassie, he admitted to drinking 4 or 5 beers, but said he hadn't had anything to drink for over an hour before the crash, though his sobriety test came back at .120. That's almost twice the legal limit. Officers arrested and booked Lassie into the Spokane County Jail for vehicular assault. His next court date is August 19th. The Bonner County EMS in Sandpoint added a safe haven baby box to their building. It gives women a completely anonymous way to surrender their baby. Our news partners at the Bonner County Daily Bee say this is Idaho's second baby box. It's at the EMS building off of Division. The box has climate control, so babies stay either warm or cold depending on the season. And here's how it works. When someone opens the box, a silent alarm gets triggered. Then a second alarm starts when somebody puts a baby in the box, and then once they close the door, the box locks from the outside. Well, with less than 1 month until school returns, a community celebration will take place this weekend in East Central Spokane. Last year, during the celebration alone, Sarah Ann Way to Justice served more than 5,000 kids with free school supplies. I was down at Underhill Park this morning and spoke with some of the organizers.
We're going to be giving out shoes, we're going to be giving out backpacks, we're going to be giving out school supplies, we're going to be giving away bikes. Everything is free. Free food, all the food is free, everything is free at this event. Yes. You can't beat that, everything.
So again, it is a free event for the community, but a child must be present to receive the school supplies. It'll be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Saturday at Underhill Park. And also, as a reminder, KREM 2 and our partners at the Coeur d'Alene Casino and Resort Office Depot and Communities and Schools works to provide essential supplies for local students through monetary donations collected throughout August. Text the word schools to 509-448-2000 or stop by any Office Depot to donate. One thing school provides, other than education, is a reliable food source. Many schools even help kids who need food outside of school hours. But some kids who rely on those extras might be at risk of not getting the necessary help. Second Harvest's Bite to Go program is low on funds right now. And last year, they helped feed 12,500 kids in 250 schools across the inland Northwest. This year, they say they're about 300 kids short of that. The program is funded entirely by the community, so if you want to donate, you can go to the link at the bottom of your screen right there or check on KREM.com. The Department of Interior says they're taking back their approval of a huge wind power project planned for Idaho. It's the Lava Ridge Wind Project out in Twin Falls. The Secretary of the Interior says their initial approval was misguided and last minute. He said under President Trump, the agency wouldn't support, quote, unreliable intermittent power sources that harm rural communities. Idaho Representative Mike Simpson and Senator Mike Crapo both said they support reversing the project had the project gone through. It would have meant 200 windmills for the Twin Falls area. The Bureau of Land Management said when it approved the project, it could have powered up to 500,000 homes. Today, police are still investigating a sergeant who shot at his coworkers at a Georgia Army base. 5 soldiers were hurt and all are expected to recover. The suspected gunman, 28-year-old Cornelius Radford, used a personal weapon in the attack. Investigators are now trying to find out how he brought the gun onto the base and his motivations for opening fire on his coworkers. Authorities say they don't believe terrorism or extremism played a role, and the gunman has never had any disciplinary issues aside from a recent DUI. In other national news, higher tariffs start today. The Trump administration enacted tariffs for dozens of countries, and before today, goods from almost every country were subject to a minimum 10% tariff. Now, that goes up to 15 to 50%. President Trump says the tariffs will spur more investment in the U.S., but the nonpartisan budget lab at Yale says on average, we'll see prices go up 18% from this.